Alright, so today we're going to be talking about this Mezco Catwoman, and we're also going to be talking a lot of shit about Mezco because they seem to be the buzz after they dropped that Bondage Batman, that Mezco exclusive that a lot of you guys wanted. Me, on the other hand, I thought it looked unbelievably stupid. It looked like Batman in a rubber bondage suit, and I just thought it was disgusting. Plus, not to mention, I already pre-ordered one on Big Bad. Well, screw Big Bad too, by the way. But I got one from them. I actually like that better. So on these Batmans, they're trying to make like 3 of every Batman. I'm done with that. I'm not falling for that trap anymore. Like, those days are over. I'll get the one Batman that I like. Hopefully I won't like any of them, and I won't get any of them. I'll save all kinds of money. But they did another one of their Mezco's exclusives, and they made it pretty much impossible to get if you have a job or a life or anything going on. Because they started at like 6 a.m. and you're either asleep or you're at work or you're too busy to check in, and it sells out in about 20 minutes. The website crashes. I know because I went through this, and it really sucks. And what really sucks is that they sell you 6 at a time. Why would somebody want 6 at a time unless they're gonna scalp them? This sucks. Mezco, you guys suck. That's all there is to it. You guys make amazing toys. I do love your toys for the most part. Not all of them are amazing like this Catwoman, and we'll get into that for a second. But enough is enough with these stupid Mezco exclusives. Like, I'm just gonna start passing. I'm not gonna get upset when I miss out. I'm just gonna say, hey, what? So what? You didn't get my money. If you would have made more of them, you would have got my money. But I'm not playing that game anymore. And a lot of this hyped up. You guys tell me, when they make a toy and they know it's going to sell out in 20 minutes, how many do you think the employees at Mezco kept for themselves and they're actually selling on eBay? Like, it's all starting to make sense now. Let's check out this Catwoman. Alright, so here's this Catwoman standing about 5 3/4 of an inch tall, which the scale on it is pretty good. I guess I'll put it next to a Batman or something for you guys. For you guys to kind of check the scale side by side. I might even pull out a few other Catwomans. And this Catwoman, I have to say, I thought it kind of looked like crap. After holding it, I think it kind of looks pretty good. I also ordered the purple one because I'm stupid, and I really got to stop doing that. So here's the thing, I'm just going to get right to it. I took this piece of shit out of the box, and I didn't even touch it, and this is what I got. They sent me one with the broken pin in the elbow. I already lifted up the sleeve to see if I can plug it back in or not, something like that. No, it's just completely snapped right out of the box. It's the first time this has ever happened to me with the Mezco. I don't know why. I know it's a little bit colder, but when I say colder, it's like 68 degrees in my house, so it's not really colder. It's not really that cold. I think some of you guys probably put your air on there. Maybe it's like 70. It's really not that cold. I'm Vegas, so it's like cold to us cold, but not really cold to the rest of the world cold. So despite the broken arm, yes, I'm going to put it back in the box, and yes, I'm going to send it back to Big Bad, and yes, they better give me my money back, or I'm going to find out where the place is and blow them up. So you guys had better give me my money back for this piece of shit, and I don't even want another one of these because I'm just so upset that it's broken. I'll just stick with the purple one. Hopefully that one's not broke. So this thing probably won't be in my collection much longer after this video. The articulation is the same as all the other female figures because it's basically the same. I think might have used something different. The arms on this thing look really skinny. They look skinnier than the other ones. The pegs on their hands are so tiny that when you change them out, it feels like they're going to break. Maybe they will. Maybe they've broken on some of you guys. I haven't had that problem yet. Looks-wise, this figure actually looks pretty good. I was thinking that the costume wasn't going to be tight enough, but after holding it in my hand, I think that they actually did a really good job. I like how they hid the stitch on there. I like how they have those like black screen printed lines on her. They're very subtle, but they're cool. They give it a little extra pop. The zipper down the chest, or the one that's supposed to look like a zipper down the chest. I also like the little hip sack on her. That's cool. The boots are good. The articulation on the feet are a freaking joke, dude. This thing, it won't even stand up. So they come back this far. They don't go forward at all. So if you try to stand her up, it leans back because her foot won't go forward. The ankle pivot is pretty much non-existent. This is one of the worst Mezcos that I've ever got. Looks-wise, it's okay. Everything else, the toy is complete junk. I highly recommend that you don't pick this up. We don't need to do a final thoughts or nothing. I'm telling you, don't pick this shit up. It's not a great toy. And most of the female figures, they seem to go on clearance. So if you do want it and you have to have it, wait a few months. You'll probably be able to pick this thing up for like $50 on Amazon, like Wonder Woman and Harley Quinn and pretty much all the other female figures, because they refuse to make a Marvel female figure, which would probably sell pretty good. They keep doing DC female figures, and we all know that, come on guys, let's be real, Marvel is definitely bigger. The head sculpt on this thing is phenomenal. They did a really good job. This is my favorite head. They also have this other masked head, which actually looks really boring to me. I can't see anybody using that. Then they have an unmasked head, but they never give you an unmasked. It'd be nice if they'd put an unmasked that would actually fold down, just like a little loop or something. Fold down, put this head on it, or a mask that she could hold. A lot of other toy companies have did it. Mezco is obviously too cheap to hook us up with that. And speaking about them being cheap, this is what they gave us for accessories. A backpack, which I'm not even going to put on it because I'm going to send this toy back. Some goggles, which I'm also not going to put on it, even though they are pretty cool. Transparent lenses. It's just, who cares? My toy's broke. I feel like really let down on this. She comes with a few extra hands, a whip hand for either hand. She comes with clawing hands for either hand, fisted hands. And then she has this whip that has no wire in it, nothing. It just kind of sits there, which is really lame. Like, Mezco, this is an $80 toy. You couldn't put wire in here for I could like pose this thing up, like in a cool whipping pose or something. It does look good. It's got like the little tails on the bottom. It looks good. They could have did a little bit more. As far as accessory goes, I feel completely ripped off. There's not a whole lot in the package. Like, you could have given us like some big diamonds, some jewels, some necklaces. I don't know, maybe a cat with Catwoman. Did you ever think maybe that might be a nice accessory, Mezco? You totally ripped us off on this one. Please, whatever you do, don't buy this toy. And she also comes with the best action figure stand in the business. I guess I'll pull out some comparisons. I don't know if I've showed you my Catwoman collection. I have a ton of them. I feel kind of lazy, but I love you guys so much that I think that I almost have to at this point, because this review really sucked, because this toy really sucked, because it's broken. It's just hard to get excited about an $80 action figure when it comes to your door and you take it out of the box and it's a little frustrated here, guys. Bear with me. I'll pull something out for you. I didn't want to be lazy. I pulled out the Catwoman collection. When I did, I realized how amazing my Catwoman collection truly is. Like, God, they've made so many good Catwomans. And after looking at all these Catwomans, the Mezco one is like kind of one of the shittiest ones. Like, if you look at them all, like, God, she's like tons of sexy outfits, cleavage showing, ass sticking out, titties everywhere, and then you have the Mezco one. It's like the watered down version of Catwoman. We'll go ahead and look at them. I'll show you her real quick for it's fresh in your mind. Here she is. She's good, but she's not that good. Like, it does kind of have the pajama effect going. You have some of these classic Catwomans down here in the purple costume. We'll start right here with this one. Can't remember if this is like Mattel or DC Collectibles. Tons of cleavage. All in all, it's a pretty cool Catwoman. Then you got this one. Looks just like the one that I just showed you, but slightly different color. This one has a whip. For some reason, the other one doesn't. Maybe I dropped it. It's on this shelf or something. I hope that's the case. Hopefully I didn't lose it. This one I really like a lot. Can't remember if this is Mattel or... Sorry. I don't know. I don't want to spend too much on this. Really like this. Love the purple outfit. Thought they did a great job on it. Clear goggles. She has basically the same zipper, so they kind of went for the same look on the Mezco one as a lot of these other ones with the zipper that goes all the way up, which is a cool look, but it's an even better look when it is zipped halfway down past her cleavage, because then it's, you know, just a better look. This one is one of my favorite ones, Catwoman with the tail. I just love that. It'd be nice if the other purple one coming out had a tail just for it to be different. then I could kind of see the point of having the black one and the purple one. But since they're basically the same exact toy, but one's purple and one's black, that's usually how they do it. They usually go the cheap route. There's really no point to get both the purple Mezco one and the black one. Here's this one. I'm pretty sure this was like for the Hush line or whatever. I thought it was great. She's small. All of these are like a 7-inch scale, so they're all way too big. There's a few that are small in here that actually look pretty good. This is also another one of my favorite ones. This thing is just truly amazing. I think that, like, look how amazing that is. It's just like, God, that's pretty much action figure perfection. You don't get a lot of articulation on this, which I know a lot of you guys hate, but look at the curves that you get on this. This is what Catwoman is supposed to look like. This is an amazing action figure. Then you have this weird, like, Egyptian one. She came with a bunch of other toys that were also weird. This is the really old line. It's in a 6-inch scale, so I got it displayed with my other one. This one's kind of junk. No point to even really look at that. Then you have this one. Comes with a big stiff whip. It's also a really nice one. Like, if you look at all these Catwomans, they're all pretty good. Like, there's really not a bad... Well, the Egypt one is kind of bad. But the rest of these are pretty good. Like this one, it definitely looks like a good action figure. I like this one a lot because it's on a smaller scale, so she's like the same exact size as the Mezco one, except for she's skinny. This figure is, she's just too thick, dude. Like, look how big that waist is. They should have exaggerated it, made her way too skinny. Just not feeling it. Plus her arm is bent back the other way for some weird reason. See, she comes with like jewels for accessories. Also has the clear goggles. I think this is a great action figure. Looks good. You got the flat black, the gloss black. Love it. I think they did a great job on that. Then you have another one of my favorites. I mean, God, almost every one of these is my favorite. I love how they do the articulation on the butt. It's like to where she looks like she has a thong on. And then they don't ruin it with like weird butt joints. And you can poke her butt way out. And it actually looks like a sexy female action figure, which is something that they need to do. They need to bring it back. At least I like the female action figures basically almost like statues because they can do stuff like this in really small waist, really big tits, big curvy ass. It's a sexy female action figure. Come on, what nerd doesn't like a sexy female action figure? And they also gave us a cat for an accessory, which is weird because these aren't $80 toys, but the $80 toy doesn't come with a cat for an accessory. I really like this one. This one actually looks like it's cloth because the flat black paint is done so well. The articulation is done well. Sorry about that. It's a cool looking Catwoman. Pretty much every single one of these is a cool looking Catwoman. Then you have this one from the video game. The flesh tone on that is so weird looking. It's like almost like a night lizard or something. The rest of the action figure looks amazing. Tons of detail on there. Tons of flat black, sculpted black. They gave you a cape that rolls up. You would think that Mezco would give you like a few different... Did I say cape? I meant whip. They should have given you a few different whips, like for you, a few different options. I mean, it is an $80 action figure. And I'm pretty sure this is another video game. The head sculpt on this is a little weird, but the cleavage is definitely not. No, that's like... Come on, bring the sexy back to female action figures. Like, everybody's just kind of going mainstream on these female action figures. Like, they don't do cleavage anymore for some reason. It'd be nice if Mezco could do it because, like, they're $80 action figures. And then you have this one, another good one. Like, look at the head sculpt on that. Like, that thing looks almost as good. Okay, well, maybe not. But not side by side. If it's not side by side, it looks almost the side kind of blew it there, like through that theory. It does look good though, like actually really good. Like there's wrinkles in this thing. The action figure looks pretty good. There's the Catwoman collection. I love you guys. Thanks for watching.